All right, 7 of these 8 quarterbacks playing in divisional round have gotten a lot of love, and rightfully so. All of them really good quarterbacks, really good young quarterbacks that have done some great things. One guy that hasn't got nearly enough love, Baker Mayfield. Great year. Not a lot of people gave him much of a chance in Tampa. Not a lot of people gave him much of a chance after bouncing around the last couple years. I've always felt he's a starting quarterback in this league. You just have to get into his wheelhouse and figure out what he does well. I'll actually say I've always thought he was better in the play action game where you limit some of the things down the field and use his big arm. But this year, they've done a lot more drop back stuff, and he's looked really comfortable and played really, really well in it. This may have been his best game. You could argue the best game that a quarterback has played in the playoffs for the Bucs, which is saying something when they had the best of all time. Do some really good things there. Okay, so let's just start it out right here. This is a play that I call Poppin. Okay, so we've got a pop, we've got a flat, and we've got an in route right here. Okay, so they get man-to-man coverage, and normally in a thing like this, coverage like this, I'm thinking flat first. So he probably had the flat there if he wanted it, but he recognizes that the middle of the field is wide open. He's got off coverage by a corner on his tight end, and look at the timing. Gets back, bringing 5 guys, hits the back foot, puts it right on his tight end. A great way to start the night. Okay, you see him under center. Here's the play action. This is where I've always thought he's at his best. Play action, max protection. Just going to run a pinch concept. A big in, back coming down underneath. Can't open up any better than this. All the issues that Philadelphia had, right? You got a play action, nobody covering the middle of the field off of the play action. Big throw, big in, guy in his face. Doesn't matter, stands in tough and delivers a big throw. This offense is based off of the big throws, getting the ball down the field. Here's my concept again. Pop, flat, in. Get the exact same coverage again. No idea why they're playing this far off on the tight end, but they've got a cop defender here. That's why he's playing outside leverage on this. But over and over again, getting opportunities down the field. You could say again, maybe we take the flat there if we want it. They're actually running, it looks like a pop and go right here, but it doesn't matter. I get leverage here once again. Baker's all over it, sees that leverage, beats the cop player with the throw. Ball's right on the money. Otten can't come up with this one, but another great read and throw by Baker Mayfield. Love this one right here, okay? So on the snap, they're dropping down and they're playing a middle close look. Okay, we're trying to get the choice route here to Mike Evans, but they end up clamping Mike Evans here on the choice route. So he breaks inside. We got 2 guys, one inside, one outside. So up on the top, we're running what I call a stump route. So it's up, run a stick, and then a pump. Okay, so eyes go left. We try to draw everybody left, try to draw this guy left, and then we come back off of that second read up over the top to that stump route. Boom, right there. See it? Eyes and feet are there. Boom, pops back, set. Look at this throw. Beautiful throw up over the top of this linebacker for the completion. If you feel this guy gets too deep, you've got a return route coming right underneath it, and we're going to high-low that guy. But a great up and overthrow on time, beating the safety, beating the linebacker with the trajectory of the throw. Just really, really well done, getting through his progressions on time, playing confident football and ripping the ball down the field, which is what he does. All right, we can go back to the play action. Going to protect him. Just run the go route, the big arm of Baker Mayfield. Boom, can't drop it any better than this. Dropped it right in the breadbasket. Unfortunately, Mike going to come up with most of those. Couldn't come up with that one. So again, you see the elements where when they go back to the play action, that to me is where Baker continues to be confident, but he has grown and gotten more confident in the drop back game, and a big reason why they're having so much success offensively. Okay, I like this little design right here by Coach Canales and company. All right, this is what I call shove. So I call it shove because it's a shallow and an over route here. Going to put Mike on a big end. We're going to chip, and then we're going to leak the back through here. So We've got shots for man-to-man coverage on the backside with the shallow and the over. If we get any kind of a zone, we've got a high-low over here with the big in and one of those shallows or both of those shallows working in that direction. Really like this play design here. So they're going to get man-to-man, okay? No idea why the Eagles are doing this, but they've got this guy covering the back, okay? So that guy is about 12 yards away trying to cover the back. Now, I know they expect the back to come out the front side, but he goes back out the back side. So this guy's going to chase the back. He actually trips the defender. Boom, you see it right there. They run into each other. David Moore comes out the backside on this shallow or this cross route, and he takes this thing to the house. Good read, though, by Baker. Man-to-man coverage. I'm going underneath to over. Boom. Good ball right on the money. Allows Moore to stay on the move. And then Moore does the rest, along with the bad tackling that we saw from Philly down the stretch. And they get the touchdown. Okay, this one here, and I understand it. So this play here is we're basically going to run deep curls on both sides with flats underneath it. It's third and long situation. How I like to read this is I always like to read this outside in. So I'm trying to read the flat defender to whichever side, okay, trying to see if I can get the deep curl. And then if, I'll run this a little bit, and then if the flat defender works out and covers the flat, and this next defender takes away the deep curl, that's when I work inside to the voided area, okay? But the biggest thing that I would always say to the quarterbacks is find the drop-in guy, okay? So here's the drop-in guy. That's the safety that's dropping in. Now, it's easy to say, well, he's dropping into the weak side, so I'm going to read it strong side, and that makes sense because I've got 3 receivers strong side, so it makes sense that we're going to read it over there because we have an advantage, right? 1, 2 underneath defenders over there, so I should have an advantage to the front side. But the reason I say always see that defender is because we want to force him to cover his responsibility. So he's going to come down, and what you're going to see is he never really respects the curl to the backside. He's reading the quarterback, and he squeezes to the front side because the quarterback's looking to the front side. So I love quarterbacks. Come back, take your drop, eye this guy. Force him to stay backside and cover that curl because once he does, now I can get to the front side on time, and I'm going to have an advantage here. So you see Baker right there, when this safety turns his hips inside, that's where I should be. One of these 2 guys off of this defender because he can't play that curl on the backside with his hips turned that direction. What he can play is anything to the front side here because his hips are turned this direction. And that's exactly what happens. The linebacker gets involved as well. That's why we want to read it outside in my opinion. But see that drop in safety and force him to have to cover back to this side. He covers back to this side. Now it's simply about negotiating the 2 linebackers to the front side to get our throw. Guess what play we got here? Poppin. Once again, flat hook, okay? And a great job by Baker here of coming out and reading the overplay, okay? Because normally we're thinking flat to hook off an outside linebacker, and we expect the inside linebacker to hold and cover the tight end. But it's a nice job by Baker to feel the inside linebacker pushing through to the hook and then replacing him once again with the quick throw, gets to the back, boom, hits it and goes. And that's what I love about this, is a lot of teams will read this and they'll read this outside in. If you've got the in on it on the inside, instead of a corner, a lot of people run a corner, but if we have the in on the inside with the tight end, I always say read this the opposite. And that's exactly what I believe Baker's doing. So in other words, we're reading this defender first. If this defender pushes through, I'm right back here to the in right now. If that defender gets depth, now I know that I've got a 2-on-1 outside off the next defender. Okay, so we're reading this inside out. We're making the Mike make a decision. He pushes through. Bang, we're right back behind it. And that's why the timing was so good by Baker all night long. Even though, once again, I can't come up with that catch. Perfect throw, right on the money. All right, back to the play action. Okay, this is a play that we saw the Packers run for a big touchdown, trying to influence, and then we're going to sneak the tight end to the backside. It was wide open for the Packers in their game on Sunday. This not so much. Okay, the Eagles do a great job. We're running Bradbury across to cover him. I think that Slay there falls off at the last second, but it doesn't matter. Look at Baker. Baker sees the hole, and he's playing confident football. He's not hesitating. And watch this throw. Boom. Put this throw right on the money. Beat the defender that's coming across. Little heat on it. Really well done to see it. Get it out quick. And get another big completion. That's the kind of stuff. He's playing confident football. He's seeing the field. He knows what he's looking at and getting big play opportunities. Okay, know what you're looking at. Okay, here's a play that we basically have a go on the backside. Okay, boom. I like the go route to Mike Evans anytime I can get it. Front side, we've got a 48 combination. So an in and a post. Okay, normally the 48 combination is not good against a middle closed defense because that safety's sitting back there and I have nothing to hold him. We like it more for too high, and especially quarters where the safety's here. He jumps the in, we throw the post up over the top of him. But I've got middle closed. So what Baker does here is Baker works the free safety. The free safety gets wide and stays backside on the go to Mike Evans. I'm going to take a shot at driving the post in there. If the free safety were to get to the middle and work towards the post, I think he's going to take his shot to Mike Evans back here. So it's understanding what you're seeing, understanding the big picture, and even though this isn't the greatest play against a middle closed defense, I know how I can manipulate that middle safety to either get a one-on-one on the go or to get a shot at the post. Watch the safety. The safety leans towards Mike Evans. Boom. He's trying to put the ball right on Chris Godwin. And again, it's not easy because it's a big post and he's got to now drive the post as opposed to laying it out here because the free safety can get involved. So it's a tough play, but I like the thought process. I like the way he's thinking through things, seeing things, and attacking down the field. Going to an empty set here. Really like this play call. Seen this played a lot, this play called a lot. Okay, so it's double seams and hitches on the outside. This is one of Tom Brady's favorite plays. And then what they do with the extra guy is they run the extra guy on some sort of a choice, juke, pivot to the inside. I don't know if I've ever seen it quite run like this where they use the outside tight end. Inside tight end runs the seam, outside tight end sets and runs back across the middle. So like to read this outside in, so could easily take one of the hitches on the outside, and then from there you work the free safety down to the double seams. But Baker, again, as he's reading down the field, feels the screw up by these two guys, two going on one, got his tight end right across the ball, recognize, see, understand what you're looking at, sees it quick, boom, get it to your tight end, let him go make a play, see the mistake that was made, and then attack accordingly. So many good things on this tape. So many things that Baker's seeing really, really well. And as I said, the big reason why they're playing so well and they're winning football games. Okay, this one's good here. So we've got a 73 combination. So it's an out is a 3. The corner up over the top, and then this is kind of the flavor of the month. Everybody's doing this, and then they run this third guy here on a choice route. Okay, so we're going to come out, and we're looking to take the out right now. Now, maybe he could have thrown it if he was on time and lays it to the sideline, maybe. But he feels this guy take off to it really quick. Obviously, Slay is back here to cover the corner. So the read would take me to the choice. You'll notice that this guy matches to the choice real well, and he works backside to his return to the number 4 right here. So again, you love it. He's getting through his progressions. He's seeing it. He knows what he's looking at, knows where he's going, not panicking, getting a completion. All right, teaching time. With this particular play, what I understand is if the corner is going to cover this play, so if the corner is going to jump this, then we get a high-low and I can throw the corner route over the top. I don't expect that to happen very often. The corner should drop back and take the corner route. So I'm coming out and I'm really thinking on a play where we've got the corner soft is I need to hit the quick out. And then if this guy pushes hard to the quick out, I want to replace to this choice, as I said earlier, right underneath it. But to me, the key is I want to make sure that this choice is running to replace where that linebacker is. I don't want to squeeze this too much, because if I squeeze this, we know that they've got two defenders there. So if I let the outside defender take away the out, and I let the inside defender take away the hook, it defeats the purpose of the play, which is kind of what happens here. I would rather see this choice route a couple yards wider. So if this guy can take away that, I save the space from the next linebacker, and I should be able to complete it there. So we're trying to overload a zone as opposed to going to different zones, but it's tight into the short side. And as I said, Baker does a great job of seeing the match across the board, not liking it, maybe throws the choice there, but working through it and getting the completion and moving the chains. All right, love this one. They're going to come with the Blitz Zero. So they're bringing an all-out pressure here. Now, they don't do it very well because this extra guy that should be the free hitter is waiting back here to see what the back does. So it allows, or should allow, Baker to have time. They screw up this protection here. The right tackle in the back screw it up. So he actually gets pressure on him pretty quickly, and he really shouldn't. Right tackle should be coming out here to block this. The back should be right there to block that, and Baker should have plenty of time, because that should be the extra defender, and there's no way he's getting to him. But with all that being said, they don't block it very well, and Baker does a great job of understanding Blitz Zero. I want to attack the middle of the field. Do I have a guy running to the middle of the field? Yes, I do. Chris Godwin is running down the middle of the field. Again, on the back end, bad coverage. I broke this down in another study ball. Opening his hips too quickly to that side, giving Chris Godwin a two-way go. Either way, not forcing him to run one side or the other. Baker just puts this ball up in the air almost like a punt. Chris Godwin turns around the defender. Easy pitch and catch for the touchdown. Kind of finished this game off. But what a game by Baker Mayfield across the board. Really, really confident, ripping the ball. Should have even had a bigger night. You saw all the drops that were on here, but he's playing really, really good football. And it's the reason that the Tampa Bay Bucs, when nobody gave them a shot, worst division in football, have a chance to punch their ticket to the championship game.